Hi, my name is PJ and today we're going to be installing a Bakflip F1 on this 2010 Honda Ridgeline. Alright, to start the install we're going to remove the front toe hooks on both sides. You're going to take both bolts out and just replace the front one for the time being. So we're going to do that now. Okay, after we've done the front one, we're going to move to the second one back using a T40 star bit. We're going to remove that one and actually replace it with the provided hardware. Alright, starting on the driver's side, we're going to go ahead and insert the center bolt to hold up the rail, and just again with the hardware provided, using a Phillips head screwdriver or power tool, we're going to go ahead and put on the driver's side railing. Okay, after you've done the middle one, go back again to the front, again using your Phillips head, and just enlarge the bigger hardware in the front. And then you want to go back to the center and just retighten the center. Okay, and after you've done the front two, you're going to go to the back and you're provided a self-tapping screw, and there's a hole located in the back of the rail where you'll insert it. It'll actually create its own hole and go right into the side to secure the back of the rail. Okay, next we're going to install the backing plate, which covers the hole of the tie-down hook. So we're going to go ahead and do that now, but before we do that, we actually want to use some denatured alcohol and clean the area so we can get a good stick. Make sure it's just centered right over the hole, right on top of the strip. Just press securely. And then do the same thing on the other side. Okay, next we're going to install the drain tubes, but before we can do that, we need to pop the plug that's in the floorboard of the bed to where we can actually have the drain tube go from the railing and actually drain into that hole where there's peepholes where the water will then run into the ground instead of in the bed. So we're going to do that now. And you're going to run the hose down through the tie-down hook. That way it stabilizes the tube from moving around. And then you have the option of leaving it the length it is, or you can pull it to the length you want and then cut it to the desired length. Okay, now that we've got the rails on the truck, we're going to go ahead and put the cover on. First, you want to make sure that the front part is lined up with the holes that are on the railing itself, and then unfold it, shut the tailgate, make sure everything's centered and square, and then go back and install the bolts on the front to hold it to the railing itself. So we're going to do that now. Okay, now when doing this, on the Ridgeline it does pivot in a little bit at the top, so you want to make sure you pull the cover back far enough, fold the little hinge part down, and then push forward. That way it allows the cover to get in the right location. And then again, unfold it, make sure everything's square and in the proper locations, and then come back and do your bolts. Okay, we just got done doing the cover, now we're going to install the bolts up front. So you're just going to take it, install it in the hole, and then use your washers and the nut underneath. So we're going to do that now. Okay, you're given 3 washers for the underneath, a rubber flat, a regular flat washer, and then a lock washer, and then your star nut. So first you want to make sure you have the rubber washer on first, and then your regular flat washer, and then your lock washer, and then finish it off with your star nut. Now in some cases you may need another person to push down on the bolt just to hold it down so you can get it started, but then once it pulls down, it holds on its own and it will not spin. That completes the installation, but I'd like to share a few advantages that the Bakflip cover has over all the other covers. First, the Bakflip is the only cover that you can have in the folded up position while driving down the road, giving you the full bed access. And second, for the Ridgeline, the Bakflip gives you 75% of your trunk space, whereas all the other covers give you about 50%. And the reason being is the Bakflip rails are narrower than the other manufacturers, which has a bracket on the outside. Thank you for joining me and have a wonderful day.